There be rain. There was a lot of rain today. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Crossing Kin. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Randy, and you have to have the rain to appreciate the sunshine.
Today, we are kind of celebrating the rain by counting down 4 top 10 rainy songs. These are songs specifically with rain or rain with a suffix in its title. So, Umbrella by Rihanna, that's not here. Like I said, we're counting down our 10 plus honorable mentions, so technically 15, of our favorite songs with rain in the title.
I don't know
Rainy
about
songs.
I don't know about you. I love a rainy day. I absolutely adore a rainy day. It's
Productive on a rainy day.
seems like I am too. And it's one of those things where it's like I said earlier, you've got to have the rain to appreciate the sunshine.
Starting with our honorable mentions. Our first honorable mention is Who Will Stop the Rain by Creedence Clearwater Revival.
It seems that John Fogerty was caught up in the rain
There
a
for a
lot.
bit.
There's we've got more coming down the pike, and so it's just it seems like Credence was fascinated.
Anti-rain.
I, I don't
Very
know, just
anti-rain.
very much using it as a subject matter. So good. It's good. Great song.
Great song. Not quite great enough to make the top 10, though. Our next honorable mention is Let It Rain by David Nail. It is a country song. It is a breakup song. There for a little bit, it was a song that my sister was mildly obsessed with, so it is now imprinted on my brain. That is part of the reason it is in the honorable mentions. It was an earworm that did not leave my brain ever.
I must have been working.
You were.
Okay.
Up next, we have another country song that my sister was obsessed with. Rain is a Good Thing by Luke Bryan. I know you
This
know
one
this
I know.
song. This song's a really good one. This song's a fun one to dance to.
I have no conception of that.
Our next honorable mention is It Never Rains in Southern California by Albert Hammond. This song is sad to me.
It's just a 60s hippie drug song. It's just so, or if you're in a coffee shop back in the 60s, it's a neat song. It is, but it is kind of, you don't listen to this song to listen to the lyrics.
And our last honorable mention is Here Comes That Rainy Day Feeling by The Fortunes.
I love this song. I've always adored this song since I was a kid. The Fortunes, another one-hit wonder, and you may get this as a theme with our rainy day songs, but The Fortunes, this is just a fun song. Fun song. Fun song.
It is.
Here comes that rainy day feeling.
It's a fun little ditty.
It
But now, on to the countdown proper.
Oh.
Coming in at number 10, we have Set Fire to the Rain by Adele. This song is a power anthem. I love this song so much. Again, another really good cover of it is by Kevin from Pentatonics. He does a cello version of it in his Adele medley. It's awesome.
I like Adele, but I like Adele with Skyfall.
He's very particular about his modern day music, and most of
I'm sure the song is really good. I haven't heard it. So, and
you just don't remember it.
Here comes that rainy day feeling.
Shush. Up next, we have It's Rainin' Men by the Weather Girls. These ladies are a one-hit wonder if there ever was one. I first heard this song on the video game Just Dance for the Wii, and it was honestly the first dance I memorized from that portion of the game. And it got stuck in my ears, my head forever.
This was just a fun song. I mean, it was certainly in the midst of the disco fringe, and certainly a great dance song. If you have a proclivity for that, and it's disco.
It's fun. It's a fun song.
It's fun.
At number 8, we have Fire and Rain by James Taylor. This one is also kind of melancholy.
This is very melancholy, as some rainy days are. I mean, and that's one of the things that you'll notice with our countdown is a lot of the rainy day songs are melodramatic at the very least, somewhat depressing at the most. There's a few exceptions, But for the most part, Rain is associated with not a great demeanor, so to speak. And I don't know that that's
Makes for great music, though.
kind of a bad rap for Rain, though. This is a good song. This
Yeah,
is a really good
this
song.
sounds like a song of somebody trying to reconnect with a friend, if I'm remembering the
Yeah,
lyrics
and it's
correctly.
Sweet Baby James. So
All right, coming in at number 7. Credence is back. We have you ever seen the rain? So we've gone from wanting to stop the rain to looking for it.
yeah, one of the things that we want, one of the reasons we brought this one into the countdown and had the other as honorable mention, it just performed better at
On the
radio
charts.
and on the charts. Yeah, it was just a higher performer on the, and it's not quite as depressing.
This is also the one that I actually know, like lyric wise, a little bit. I know the chorus at the very least, so that's another reason this one beat out Who Will Stop the Rain.
And
And I know they have another song
at
that's
least
about
one,
rain.
maybe two.
Because there I don't know if any of y'all have seen the meme, but there is apparently a Spotify playlist called Credence versus Rain or something like that. That's just literally these 3 songs that
Wow.
Credence or Fogerty
Yeah,
did about rain. And it's just him complaining about rain. It's literally only 3 songs, but it's a Spotify playlist, apparently.
okay.
Go check that out if you've got a Spotify. Up next, I love this song, but I will not lie. The first time I ever heard it was on Spider Man 2. At number 6, we have Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head.
Okay, this is not the first time it was used in a soundtrack.
No, it's from Forrest Gump.
No,
No,
it is from
It is.
even better than that. It's from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Really?
It was released on that soundtrack first back in the early 70s with Robert Redford and Paul Newman. One of their first pairings. It's a depressing movie, but it's fun. It's fun. And Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head is one of the fun, iconic moments in that film. BJ Thomas, his voice is just so smooth.
This is a feel good song.
Yeah, it is a
That's
feel
what it
good.
be. And then it also has a killer trumpet part.
Yep, sure
It's
does.
trumpet, right?
Yep. hmm
Love the trumpet part of this song. It's very happy.
Yep. Yeah, it's talking about rain falling on your head.
But
And
I'm
just
free.
like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed.
That means his feet are sticking out. He's
Oh,
technically too tall for his bed.
okay.
Is how I've always
I
read
think
it.
you're right. I think you're absolutely right. It's a great song. It's one of the very first songs that I can remember as a kid memorizing. It and Here Comes That Rainy Day Feeling Again, and it is just in some of Dionne Warwick songs. So it's just one of those reminiscent for my
Nostalgia
generation.
songs.
It's especially a nostalgia song.
My generation will probably know it best from the montage in Spider-Man 2 when Peter doesn't have his powers and he's strutting around being a bit of a nerd and enjoying his time of not having to be a hero, and then, oh, look, something bad happened and I didn't stop it because I'm choosing not to be a hero. Like, that song underscores that
I
whole
forgot it was in.
montage. Yeah.
Which one?
Two.
Spider-Man 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Tobey Maguire's
Yes.
Spider-Man 2. There are now technically 3 Spider-Man 2s. Because
Technically,
all of the Spider-Man got 2 movies at least. So this isn't Tobey's second one.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, it
Great
underscores
song.
that montage.
It's been used in 3
And 3
soundtracks.
At the bare minimum.
At the bare minimum. You're
Guarantee
right.
you it's been used
I
in more.
bet you're right. You're right.
Okay, moving right along. We have probably the song that inspired this list.
What number?
At number 5.
Okay.
Singing in the Rain by Gene Kelly. Now, again, the reason this was probably the inspiration is because around this time last year, for Daddy's birthday, we did a recasting of Singing in the Rain. It'll be somewhere up above our heads, so go check that out. But this song, man, this song is actually a cover.
I'm a little surprised that yes, it is a cover. I'm a little surprised that I didn't argue for it to go higher than 5. It has made such an impact in music as well as dance.
Mm-hmm.
I've fond remembrances of walking across campus, and the library at the University of Arkansas at the time, back in the 80s, was very, very just splashy when it rained. And so I might have
Did you, Gene Kelly?
once
little
or
bit.
twice, maybe when no one was looking. Gene Kelly those steps and just kind of pranced around a little bit in front of the library.
Everybody has.
It's a fantastic song, exquisitely written for the musical of the same name. But like Kristen said, it was originally a cover.
Back in that day, they'd only had so many songs, so they could only use so many things. Like we saw a special, I forget, That's Entertainment, where they kind of went through the history of this song. At one point in time, Judy Garland sang "Singing in the Rain" in a movie. It was used as like a group number in one of those. Basically, we have no plot. We're just going to let these dancers perform.
What they called them, though, up until about the time of the 60s, they called them standards. Everybody did everybody's songs. Everybody got paid for the royalties, especially the songwriters. Most of the time, the artists who performed the songs weren't the songwriters, which is a little different today. But "Singing in the Rain" is one of those standards that everybody did. Everybody.
Nobody remembers anything except for Gene Kelly hanging on that light bulb.
Without doubt. It is the most iconic scenes in movie musical history, if not movie history.
Up next, number 4. This is one of my mama's favorite bands. "Rainy Days and Mondays" by the Carpenters.
Hanging around.
This is meant to be melancholy, but I can't help but smile at this song.
I know. It is another one of those early 70s songs that just was, Kristen mentioned earworms. It was certainly an earworm, especially when you get later on into the harmonics and and everything that Karen and Richard did with their own voices precludes anything Pentatonix done, but it has done, and it is just exquisite and beautiful and just ethereal as they're finishing up. It's an incredible song, absolutely incredible. Still bends on the melancholy way as well.
It's also very simple. Like there's not a lot of heavy instrumentation.
Right.
It's literally just him at the piano and her singing for the most part. There might be a little bit of drum in the background, but I don't recall there being like a whole lot of.
Yeah, I think there's a sax solo in the middle.
I think you may be right, but this is still a really simple song, and it's so beautiful.
It is absolutely. Karen's vocals are incredible. Then you add along Richard and Karen's harmonies later on. It's just a very beautiful vocal montage of their sound. Really identifying, not really identifying, but qualifying. And I mean, the minute it starts, you're like, it's the Carpenters.
This song Rainy Days and Mondays may get them down, but this song definitely lifts us up.
Absolutely.
All right, coming in at number 3, we have "Here Comes the Rain Again" by the Eurythmics. I love this band.
Those of you who are my age, this was one of our coming of age songs in the 80s. It was on radio repeatedly. I think it came out a little bit before MTV really got hot, but because I don't remember the video very much for it. I'm sure there was one, but it wasn't memorable, Annie Lennox is just, her vocals, even to this day, Annie Lennox has got a set of pipes that are just phenomenal. It would be great. She's done a solo career. The Eurythmics haven't been a band in some time.
Annie Lennox, unless I am just hallucinating, she does the credit song for Return of the King. She sings Into the West. I think you're right.
Yes. Yep.
And I think that song actually won an Oscar for Best Original Song.
It's a movie that many people watched that won an Oscar.
Yeah, it swept the Oscars this year. But Annie Lennox, who is part of the Eurythmics and sang lead on this song. This song appears on a playlist that I listen to regularly at work. And every time it comes on, I'm like, there's the Eurythmics. There's my song.
It's one of their classics. It included on any of their greatest hits. And it just is an incredible song.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached the top 2. And I'm going to say this now. Do not kill us for what we've put at number 2. I am fully aware that most people would put this at number 1 on a list like this, but this is our list. Make your own if you want it at number 1.
Don't be so dictatorial. If you don't like it, Tell us about it.
Nicely.
Well, before we reveal the top two, are there songs we've missed? I
Probably.
suspect that there probably are. They just
We didn't know them.
we come from a wide range of generations. Kristen's formative years were the 90s and early 2000s, and mine were the 60s and 70s.
But I was listening to 70s and 80s music thanks to my wonderful father who made sure I was educated.
She didn't have a choice, is what she's saying. I mean,
Sick,
that's
thank
great. Yeah, it's wonderful, and it's good stuff. It really, really is. But we probably missed some things, out there that, or maybe you think one of our honorable mentions should have been top 10.
Maybe.
Here comes that rainy day feeling.
Stop it.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Top two.
top two. Again, you're not allowed to be mad at us because this is our list. It's our opinion. At number 2, we have Purple Rain by Prince. Please put your pitchforks away. I'm
Okay.
fully aware that everybody loves this song. I know.
This is, I will bear this.
Thank you.
Okay, I will bear this. This is not a us thing. Kristen and I debated and debated and debated. Yes, Purple Rain has incredible longevity. It is a phenomenal song. It is off of the soundtrack that produced so many hits. I just don't think it's the best Rain song. And that's one of our qualifiers for this for this August list. And Prince highlights his skills as a musician in Purple Rain. And it's one of those, get your phone out, turn on the flashlight, purple rain, that kind of thing. And he also had the best halftime show ever. Prince was a musical genius.
Mhm.
He and Michael had longevity over Prince. Prince was newer and flashier, but I really think between the two of them, they really, really were just they impacted 80s and 90s and even 2000s music in ways that no one before them or no one after them, for that matter, has been able to impact. And Purple Rain was I would say, the apex of Prince's career.
I like When Doves Cry.
That was my next thing. When Doves Cry was the number one hit off of that record, and it's this incredible song. But it's not a Rain song, so we're not here to talk about that one.
Maybe if we do one about birds.
Perhaps. But here, before Kristen goes on to number one, this was mine. This song came out in the 90s. It's a one-hit wonder.
Our number one track.
Our number one rainy song. I'm sorry.
No.
It is one of those songs that it became iconic because of its video.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have at number 1, No Rain by Blind Melon. This is the little Bumblebee Girl song.
It's the Bumblebee Girl song. If you watch the video, I think you probably know what I'm talking about now.
And I'll link it in the description.
It is just, it's just this earworm of a song that you just can't get rid of. I'll probably be singing it on the next Crossing Kim video. It's such an earworm, and the vocals are so unique and compelling. I can't remember the lead singer's name now, but I think he died shortly after, and thus one of the reasons Blind Melon, the band who had the hit, why they didn't continue on very, very long or have any more success. The lead singer was gone, and his vocals were just so unique. And then that blessed little bee girl.
We actually learned when watching something on, I want to say VH1 or Access or something like that, that this little girl, when she got married, she had little bumblebee decorations at her wedding. She's a little bumblebee girl.
It's iconic. She was precious, and the video is just incredible. And I mean, let's face it, bumblebees come out when there's no rain.
Well, that's our list, guys. What do y'all think? Did we miss one? Should one of our honorable mentions, other than yours, been in the top 10? That is our top 10. What do you guys think?
What did we miss? There is a gazillion rainy songs out there. I mean, there's probably
there's a couple of Disney ones that
Teardrops on My Pillow. I don't know. I mean,
rain came down.
Yeah, that's
fair.
Yeah, that's so
it's
a rain song. We hope that all of your rainy days are, maybe your life is a little strange, as the Blind Melon No Rain song says. We hope that your life's a little strange. That makes it exciting. And we hope that it's balanced with sunshine and rain.
That's it for us here at Cross and Kin. And until next time, I'm Kristen.
And I'm Randy, hoping that you have your galoshes and your umbrellas the next time that it does rain.
Bye.
Later.